Hey everybody, so this is Shopify, and I'm not gonna lie, Shopify is a hot mess. And I spent a good evening trying to get all of this together and figure out how it works and the ins and outs and the guts and all
So
of that.
I'm
And this
looking at this site. I really wish I knew how to pronounce the name. It is so funny because I'm Nigerian and I can't pronounce the name. I believe so. There's a whole story behind this person. Like she's from Haiti. She's an immigrant and she takes pride in it and she feels like the head wraps is kind of bringing everything into full circle, and like her whole story is amazing, and I will encourage you to go to Brit and Co and read her story. So let's oh okay, almost died. Let's see if we're still recording. Okay, we're still recording. So what do I like? So I do like the slideshow. I was thinking about doing that originally when I started my site, and then it goes straight into the actual products. It goes straight into the products, and then it goes into the subscription, and then exploring, and then Instagram. So it's real simple, and um, it's all images. It's not even really that much text. So let's see, with the limited resources we have on Shopify, what is the best route to go about it? So this I kind of like and I kind of hate. When I see the bar go all the way across, I expect it to be a full width site. And then once your content does not go full width, it's kind of disappointing. Like I hate seeing that um, extra negative space on the sides. That drives me a little bit nuts. So I did start playing around with Jumpstart. So this is already installed. So what you can do is you can put in a video. So you can actually make a slideshow. You can do a slideshow, let's say in Google Drive or in Canva or wherever you make your presentations. And what you can do is you can record your screen, and the as you're sliding through the presentation, you can record it, save it, and then have upload it to YouTube or upload it wherever, and then use that as your video. So that's a good way to go about it. And you could also make your own video. For now, I'm gonna probably put a placeholder of the slideshow and then put that as my video. I'll probably get rid of the crowdfunding tracker because I'm not crowdfunding anything. Um, I do like that it's full width here. I don't like the white background, but I couldn't find a way to quickly get rid of that background for here. So what I might have to do is look into the code and figure out how to change that. Um, the green is okay for their brand. It's okay. Like that's what they're about. I do like the whole boxy. It's boxy, but it's not really boxy. So that's also pretty neat. And then staying up to date. And then this stuff I'm going to get rid of. I don't need to call out features. And then there's another slideshow, and then there's news and all this extra stuff. And a lot of this I'm going to get rid of. A lot of it I'm going to get rid of. And what I found out was while I was doing this, let me just go in and do this. Wait, how do I get back? Oh, let me go back. Let me X that out. Let me activate. I have debut, jumpstart. I'm going to publish this theme. Yes, I want to publish. So now we're going to start customizing. So let's see where I left off at. So I get rid of the video and I put in a slideshow. With that slideshow, I only put in one image. And then I went into the boxy area. The text with columns is the part I'm going to get rid of. So delete that, and then I'm not going to talk about my brand. And it just seems like I'm going in here and deleting a whole bunch of stuff. So campaign tracker, I'm also deleting that. There's a lot of this I'm going to be deleting. Okay, so the slideshow I am going to keep. I'm going to add a few images from there. So these images are not the final images. What I'm going to do is, since I'm going to be using the drop shipping method, I'm going to be talking with some retailers, wholesalers, whatever you want to call them. See, I hate how fuzzy this is. I was doing this last night and I was running into a lot of issues with the quality of the images. Like with iPhone, taking pictures at night is like horrific. And then, so this is okay. I'm kind of going with a natural, like we're not being bright and happy. We're going with more of a natural feel. Um, Almost. We're almost there with this picture. And yes, I'm a little biased because it's a picture of me, but whatever. Somebody has to love me. Anyway, I'm going to add random pictures, so don't laugh at my face. I'm sensitive. It's so weird. Let me give it a few seconds. It's not clear, it's huge. And I wonder if it's changing up. I wonder if the slides are, see, this bothers me. When the images are different sizes, it jumps, and that's horrible. That's horrible to do. So the only way you can do it, which drives me a little bonkers, is you have to make sure the cheat around this is to crop all of your images to be the same size. That's the only way that you're going to get this to be where you want it to be without having to go into, see, there's so much wrong. And now I see why so many people hate Shopify. So at the end of this, I'm gonna tell you guys like my backup plan for what I'm really gonna do with because this is a legit, like I'm legit starting this soon. So I'm not gonna use Shopify. I hate this. I hate that this is not full, but this is full. And then this is not full. And when I say full, I mean full width. It's not taking up the whole screen. It's like jumping in and out. And then you go into this randomness. So there are ways to go around it. One of them is painful, which I have experienced recently. So I wonder, nope, that doesn't work any either. So that's one of the things that you got to call out for. And the way you can even go about it is a hot mess. It really is. And then if like once I get done deleting everything, what you can do is go back in and add stuff. But I'm not even going to bother with that because the problem that I'm facing with this whole thing is that this white bar needs to go. The in and outs needs to go. And I'm assuming every person that's on Shopify goes through the same pain. Like when you're looking at it now, everything looks full width. Like if it was like with this section popped out over here, it looks perfect. Well, almost perfect, but it looks legit. It looks solid. Like everything touches from end to end. But then once you get out of that, that's when the hot mess comes. So I see it. And I'm not a big Shopify fan, but a lot of the people I work with is a Shopify fan. So it's something that you just have to kind of suck up and do. So yeah, I can read this. So what you mess with the code. And that's what you saw in the beginning of this whole video. Like it's really messy. It is learnable. I will say that. I was looking at it last night. Like this customer is an object. Out of that object, you need to get the address. And with that, you're going to edit it. Like it's learnable. It's learnable. I'll put it that way. Like this class address has all of these different properties to it. It makes sense. It's just attempting to change the look of it is painful to even attempt to start. So if you don't know code and you hate WooCommerce, like, what do you do? So what I was looking for yesterday, like just like WordPress, I think not exactly with Squarespace, but what people do is you can buy Shopify themes and actually install them. Like, let's look. Let me look before I even start talking. So, I'll go to the online store. Yes, I can leave. I'm not doing anything with that. You can upload a theme. This is what's going to save you. Um, there are businesses out there that will sell themes for like way cheaper than what Shopify is selling them for. I know they're out there. I'm going to try to find some and list them underneath this post. But once you find that theme that works out for you, that's when you upload it here. And then once it's uploaded, you can now use that theme for yourself. So that's one cheat around working with Shopify. The second cheat, and I hope she doesn't mind me doing this, but I'm going to do it. Um, so the second tip that I have is to completely abandon Shopify. Or at least, okay, have the Shopify store. But if you need the look that you want to have without paying $180 for a theme, what you can do is set up a WordPress site. All you have to do is pay for hosting, which is way cheaper than the Shopify hosting. With WordPress, I've seen packages. I know we personally, Geek Moms Co. has a package as low as, I believe it's $4 a month. It goes as high as to paying like $100 and something per year. And once you have WordPress and you have your theme installed, or you want to make your website as good as it can be, I'm going to type in plugin Shopify. So what you can do is search for the actual Shopify plugin. Key things that I look for when it comes to WordPress plugins, and I really didn't want to do a deep dive into WordPress, but we're doing a mini deep dive into WordPress. So let's see. What I do when it comes to plugins, the first place I look is the installs. How many people have installed this thing? I usually do, like, not this. I don't do that because, and there's a reason. When it comes to plugins, there's really good plugins and there's really bad plugins. And again, I don't want to do a deep dive into, I don't want to do a deep dive into WordPress, but like this makes me feel better, but it doesn't, I don't see Shopify there. When you see stuff like this, what ends up happening is you don't know how many problems these people have ran into. You don't know if those problems have been fixed. You don't know if people even care, like the people behind that's making the plugin even care about the problems that currently exist. It's like when enough people yell at you to do something, like for instance, for me, I had really cheap prices for building websites, and it took a good amount of people to yell at me and say increase my prices for me to finally increase my prices. So it's kind of the same thing with plugins. Like, how many people will have to yell at them to like fix their stuff? So anyway, so back to this. So it looked like there's not many. There was one that I found for another client. I'm very surprised. Oh, you know what it is? It's the themes. So there's themes and there's plugins for Shopify. I currently use Divi. And what you do when you're looking for themes is to select e-commerce. You can apply filter, and then you can see all the themes where you can install the stuff that you're shopping for. And let's say we previewed that. And I'm wondering, so you go in and you read what it works with. It works with WooCommerce. WooCommerce. So it takes a little bit of search and find. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of this is time, and I guess that's why designers kind of get hired because who's gonna sit here and do all of this? So instead of taking you through this torture, okay. So I'm gonna go back to Shopify. So what did we learn? We learned that the free themes aren't that great. Um, I think the one that I even use for other people might be this one. This one is a good one to start with for other people. And I'll show you why. So this one is for, that's not what, oh no, I accidentally clicked the same thing. Okay, so this is the one that we just installed. And this is the one that I tell people to go to. If you have to do the 100% free route and you don't know where to go from there, use this one. And why this one? Because this one is end to end, literally, it's responsive. End to end. Again, you can rearrange this whole thing. You can either remove sections or even add a section. And when you add, you can add galleries, images with text, testimonials, video. And you can add your custom content. Oh, I like this. So let's say for this, you can even say how much, wow, on Snap Shopify, look at you. So yeah, so you can add content. So let's say it takes up a third and I do that. Let's see what happens. Let's let's have the image take up a third. And we have to be in the middle. And then let's have the text take up a third. I'm just playing around now. So you can add your own custom content. That is awesome. Sorry, look at me geek it out. Image text. You need that. Game over. Let me clear my throat. Okay. So let's look. So sorry. I immediately, when I think of embedding, I immediately think of like YouTube and adding videos. So let's say, I'm in my blog account. I don't have any head tying videos, but I just want to show you guys how to take something from one thing and install into the other. So I'm going to look at my videos. By the way, subscribe. This one's going to change it to Geek Kids Co. soon. And then Geek Moms Co. will be a separate channel. So many videos. It doesn't matter. I'm doing a tutorial. Doesn't matter. Okay. You already keep. Share. Embed. Take. Go back. Add. HTML is the wrap. Like once you can install HTML, you can pretty much do a lot. Why is it not in the move? Oh, vertical alignment. I'm gonna take 100% and it does nothing. Look, we gonna work on this. Oh, Let's start guessing some numbers. Let's see what 8 on that. Okay. This is it. Let's say this is when you gotta start guessing. You gotta start playing the guessing game. And like, how small do I need to make this video? Oh, no, don't. Okay. So it won't center out. I'm a little frustrated because it won't center the way I want it to center. But what I wonder. It's like, what am I talking about? Frustration. Yeah, it's off to the side. I'll fix that later. Whatever. Whatever. But you get my point. I wonder. Really? Whatever. Okay. So you can play once you have HTML, you kind of have the freedom to do whatever it is that you need to do to make it right. That is nice with the custom. And then this, I like this. I really do. But with this custom, you can pretty much add whatever you want to add to it and rearrange everything. And let's see, if I do 25%. Oh, okay. Well, that's what happens when you get rid of that. Let's see. So what if I move this? I'm not look centered, not centered. Anyway, this is. I bet you what it said. Top, middle. Interesting. Whatever. I'm gonna move it. So let's rearrange really quick. Oh no, I don't like that. It's super touchy. But you kind of get where I'm going. You know where I'm going. You can customize the content. Um, you can select the best workable free theme. Even if you can't, if you just absolutely hate the free themes, you can upload your own. I would prefer people to. I accidentally clicked back in. So I would prefer people to upload their own theme rather than trying to mess with the code because a lot of the code is liquid code and it's not CSS or HTML that you can kind of tell right away what you did. And then the last option, if you just can't stand Shopify, is to go to WordPress and install a plugin for e-commerce. So I'm going to wrap it up here. The next video that I'm going to be doing is the WordPress deep dive video. If you have any questions, let me know. And I